Should I say goodbye to my sourdough starter? Because I made this sourdough bread without starter. Hey, what's up? Experiment time. Today, as always, we have two loaves of sourdough bread. For the first one, I'm gonna feed my starter as usual and make a beautiful sourdough. And I'm gonna use little piece of this dough as pre-fermented to make my second dough. And we are going to see what is the difference. Interesting, right? So let's get into this, shall we? Nothing fancy. Bring a bowl cause we want to make my everyday go-to sourdough bread recipe. We need 7 grams salt, 250 gram water. To that, we're gonna add 70 gram active starter and 350 gram bread strong flour. Mix everything with hand. Once you have a shaggy dough, cover it up and let it rest for 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, time to give this bad boy 2 sets of stretch and fold. As you can see, the gluten has developed a little bit. This is an experiment video. For recipe and method, check out the rest of the video on my channel. Cover it up and 30 minutes later, I'm gonna give this another set of stretch and fold. Cover it up, this time let it rest for 45 minutes. 45 minutes later, come back with wet hands. 1 set of coil fold this time. Another 45-minute rest and another set of coil fold. Let it finish its fall fermentation at 26 degrees Celsius for about 2 hours. Once it's bubbly, it's airy and released from the bowl easily, you know you are good to go. Bring it on the surface and round it up. This is called pre-shape. 20 minutes uncovered on the surface, then this part is important. I'm gonna grab a little piece of this, about 30 gram, and make my second dough with this. This is gonna act as pre-fermented dough. Now, shaping time. I have a video about this, you can check it on my channel. Let's enjoy a little bit of satisfying part. Into the banneton, 15 minutes to 20 minutes on the counter, then I'm gonna transfer it into the fridge for cold proof overnight. Now my second dough, everything would be the same, 7 grams salt, 250 gram water, and of course that 30 gram piece we got from the first dough. And this going to play the starter role. With 350 gram bread flour, I'm gonna finish the recipe. Mix. Once you have shaggy dough, again cover it up, let it rest for 30 minutes, 2 sets of stretch and fold, everything would be the same. One thing I need to mention is I made my second dough the day after. So that 30 gram piece we got from the first dough been into the fridge for about 24 hours. Back to the dough, which after 2 sets of stretch and fold, we give it 2 sets of coil fold with 45-minute rest between each set. And now let's try 2 hours bulk fermentation first. Alright, as we knew, it's not there yet. Of course, fermentation time for this dough takes longer. Depends on how much pre-fermented dough did you use and temperature. Alright, after 4 hours bulk fermentation at 26 degrees Celsius, finally I lost my patience and I tried to give it a go. Regret little bit because the dough feels a bit sticky, so I think it's slightly under fermented. 20 minutes on the counter after pre-shaping, we're gonna shape this bad boy as well. This one feels a bit less airy. Definitely next time I'm gonna let it ferment for another 30 minutes. Everything would be the same into the banneton. I'm gonna let it sit on the counter for longer time, about 1 hour. Then I'm gonna transfer it into the fridge and the next day, both doughs are ready to score and bake. This is the second dough and it's a bit smaller because it has only 30 gram pre-fermented dough. compared to the other one which has 70-gram sourdough starter. Score them. Make sure your razor is sharp enough, not like mine. Into the oven, and let's enjoy watching this beautiful oven spring. So technically, this is the father and this is the son, because this one made with this one, right? I mean, both are gorgeous. This is the first crumb. And let's see the second one. Beautiful. About the taste, surprisingly, it tastes about the same. But am I gonna say goodbye to my starter? Definitely no. That was only an experiment. Like always, keep baking and take a good care of yourself.